could eat that for lunch every day. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my absolute favorite Swedish recipes. It's a Swedish shrimp toast. In Sweden we would call it a Räkmacka. Swedish shrimp are a little bit different than the shrimp that you'd find in the US. Swedish shrimp are a little bit saltier and they also are much smaller, so they're usually about this size. Usually in Sweden, the shrimp come cooked. Because we're using raw shrimp, we're gonna give them a really quick poach. The assembly process is really simple. You just have a piece of toast, a little bit of mayo, some lettuce, and then you top it with as much shrimp as you want. A little bit of dill, jammy egg, lemon, and also some chives. I'm gonna elevate it a little bit by making a homemade mayo, which I'm also gonna season with some chives and dill. This Swedish shrimp sandwich looks fancy, but was shipped as a Target Circle 360 member. Getting the ingredients to put it together was probably the easiest part. I get same-day delivery with Shipt from Target and a bunch of other local and national stores with no price markups. Only alcohol retailers and select items don't count and terms apply. This perk has been such a game changer. You get $0 delivery fee on orders over $35. And it's not just for Target. There are a variety of national and local stores to order from as well. No surprise, I've even ordered Sephora through Shipt with same-day delivery recently, which seriously saved both my makeup look and my wallet when I ran out of mascara before a party recently. Sign up for Target Circle 360 membership and head to shipt.com/360 to save yourself today. First thing I'm gonna do is poach the shrimp. Saucepan with some boiling salted water here. The Swedish shrimp are pretty salty, so I wanna make sure that these also get a little bit salty. As soon as you've added the shrimp, you wanna turn the heat off, and then I'm gonna cover it with a lid, and this is gonna sit for 4 to 5 minutes, and then immediately we're gonna add the shrimp to an ice bath. This mayo could not be easier to make. I have to admit, I did struggle a little bit in the past making mayo with an emulsion blender, but once you get it down, it's truly so easy. So I'm gonna add 1 egg, a little bit of Dijon. You could obviously also do it in a bowl, but it's gonna be easier to emulsify all those ingredients at the bottom if you have something like this. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of lemon juice. We're gonna save this remaining half for some lemon slices at the end. We're gonna pause the mayo and we're gonna move over to the shrimp and we're gonna strain them. These definitely are my favorite types of US shrimp. Super important that you add them to an ice bath really quickly, just so that they stop cooking. You don't want overcooked shrimp because then they start to get kind of like chewy and not that good. So I'm gonna let the shrimp cool fully in the ice bath, and in the meantime, I'm gonna finish the mayo. I added a little bit of salt already. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper. You could definitely use vegetable oil or canola oil. I prefer to use avocado oil. This is actually perfect because you don't wanna add the oil too quick, because the idea is to blend the oil into the other ingredients very slowly. So the trick here, you have to have the immersion blender so it's parallel straight down onto the surface of the vessel that you're using. And then we're slowly gonna pulse. And the idea is to emulsify those ingredients at the bottom before really incorporating the oil. And then once you notice it's kind of getting thick at the bottom, you can kind of lift up and add the rest of it. Now we're just gonna season it with salt and pepper. I can never decide which is my favorite, chives versus dill. I like them both a lot, but I think chives is my favorite right now. It's important to add the herbs after you've already made the mayo, because otherwise it can kind of mess up with the emulsion, and then you're gonna get just these like, it's not gonna get green per se, but it might just turn a weird color. I'm gonna drain the shrimp, and then we're gonna pat them dry, and then we're gonna cut them into little pieces. You can use a paper towel or a clean kitchen towel and just go in and kind of pat them dry. And then I'm gonna cut them into small 1/2-inch pieces, but obviously you can cut them into whatever shape you want. I'm actually going to Sweden, which I'm so excited about because the shrimp there is probably one of my favorite things to eat. One thing that we do a lot is you'll get shrimp that aren't peeled, and then you basically have this big bowl of unpeeled cooked shrimp, and then you sit at the dining table and you peel your shrimp, and then you have your bowl, and then you basically make one of these at the dinner table. So you have your mayo, you have your toast, you have your lettuce if you want it, and then peel your own shrimp. Now it's time for the assembly. We have our herby homemade mayo, we have our poached salty shrimp, some butterhead lettuce, which is my favorite lettuce. I like a toasted whole wheat, but sometimes if you go to a cafe, you'll get it on almost like a soft white piece of like, not bun, kind of like a brioche maybe, or just like sometimes people like it with just a plain white piece of toast too, untoasted. I like to serve mine with a little bit of egg too. I like to quarter them, and then we have some lemon too. I'm gonna cut a few lemon slices. For the lemon, I like to cut a little slice and then also cut it down, just part of it, so that you can later fold it in a fun way. Let's see if these are jammy. Ooh, this is like the perfect egg. The only thing with cutting the egg this way is sometimes it makes it a little bit harder to assemble because the egg likes to slide off. I'm gonna start with the toast. And we're gonna go in with a decent amount of mayo. You could either do the mayo on the toast this way before the lettuce, or you could add it after you've added the lettuce. Okay, I'm gonna add a few pieces of lettuce. And then here, you can really go in with as much shrimp as you want. I like to really just pile it on here, but sometimes it can be hard to get them to stay put. I feel like this is almost like a deconstructed shrimp roll in a way. I'm gonna take a little bit of lemon juice and squirt it on top. And then we can always add a little bit more salt to the shrimp. A little bit of pepper. Forgot I used all the chives earlier, so I'm just gonna cut some right on top. I have so many memories of my grandma just like snipping herbs over everything. I'm gonna do a lemon wedge first, and then go in the dill, and there you have it, the Swedish Räkmacka. I did get some comments when I made this for Instagram about how you eat this. You definitely need a knife and fork type of sandwich. Definitely make sure to get some of that mayo, because that's like the sauce of the whole thing. I could eat that for lunch every day. This is truly the easiest lunch or snack you can make. It's also really light, especially now that it's gonna be really hot outside. And if you want this recipe, you can find it linked below in the description.